Good morning. My name is Nilesh Gupta, and I am making an appeal to MHRD Mr. Kapil Sibal regarding reforming primary education. This topic is widely discussed in the intellectual circle, where the importance of primary education has been emphasized again and again, and we have seen that the policymakers are not leaving any stone unturned to increase the head count. The government is spending millions to make sure the government schools have a decent turn up of the students. Whether the efforts have yielded desired result is a debatable issue. As per some data available to me, we are spending 6% of the GDP on primary education, yet 35 million children drop out from the schools every year. Our midday meal schemes are attracting a lot of students who earlier never had an opportunity to access the education. But the standard of education in government school is deteriorating day by day, and this is alarming. Government schools are very resourceful from the physical infrastructure side, but very inefficient when it comes to execution and innovation. Resources which are used to run the schools are going in drain without producing the desired results. Our policymakers are responsible for such dire strait. If we remove all incentive schemes, midday meal schemes, free education, scholarship and free books from the government schools, I am afraid that schools will have any students left over. It's more of a compulsion now for you, Minister, that you continue with such freebies, absence of which will collapse the entire government primary education system in India. The schools, especially the government schools, have become an epitome of mismanagement. Any sensible person, whatever little he earns, if he has an access to private education, he will never have his children in the government schools. Some of you might say that we too have studied in the government schools and they are not that bad, but we need to look into the things with today's perspective. Today we cannot even think of putting our children in the government schools. Even the bottom part of the pyramid, who will be earning as less as than rupees 5,000 rupees a month, will try to send his children to private schools and will be paying rupees a month towards a fee. This all is happening despite putting in the best faculty and paying them the best salaries and perks. We got the excellent infrastructure with the government schools in India, yet the government schools produce the worst results. We can leave the JNV and the KVs out of discussion to up to some certain extent. Government schools are producing the illiterate citizens who can barely read and write, and with a fraction of the resources, if utilized, we can do wonders. There are a lot of things which I'll appeal to you, Minister, our policymakers can do. The first thing is a public-private partnership. This has been discussed thoroughly already at various forums, and as economics says, let the best survive. So let's lease out all your schools to some private body who is efficient and who follows the market competition. You are unnecessarily spending too much money on this when you cannot do that. Your execution is the poor. Coupon system. Close all the government schools, use the spare resources and subsidize the education in the private sector. If you are spending crores of rupees, there are no takers for this. No takers. The students are not going to the government school. There is no point of running the schools. And third, this is my best approach. This is my favorite approach. Top-down approach. If you can apply this approach, it can really do wonders. If you can implement this, when the best of the schools like Doon, Mayo will find it difficult to get the students. We just need to make it compulsory for majority stakeholders in the government and education system that they send their kids to the government schools only. This means that, Minister, you should send your kids, your bureaucrats' kids, and the people who are working in your department, all the principals, all the secretaries, all the under-secretaries, joint secretaries, chief secretaries. It's a compulsion. It should be compulsion for them to send their kids to the government schools. At least the policy maker should test the system which they have built over a period of time. Your government has been the power for almost 40 years now. So you should test the systems. Your leaders show austerity by traveling the cattle class and troubling the armed army. Now it is time to send Gandhi family kids to the government school, not to the Doon school. Your son, your kids to the government school, not to the Doon school. People in government who decides the policy, they should test it too. How painful is their education? The same thing should apply to the primary and secondary healthcare too. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you.